Hello YouTube, welcome to another one of my Duel Links videos, and today I have for you the new Inzektor deck using our latest card support from the new box. Mainly Inzektor Hornet. This card is super good. Once per turn you can equip one Inzektor monster from your hand or graveyard to this card, just like any other Inzektor monster. That monster's level is increased. While this card is equipped to a monster, that monster's level is increased by 3. Also, it gains attack and defense equal to this card's attack and defense. While this card is equipped to a monster, you can send this equipped card to the graveyard to target one card on the field, destroy that target. So that's really good because Inzektors finally have card removal within the archetype. And while it does make the deck better, unfortunately they still have too many weaknesses. First of all, the deck is super fun. But when it comes to being competitive, it really depends on how you're playing them. I tried a lot of different variants. This is the one I ended up settling with. Concentrating Current OTK is super fun, but it's so inconsistent because you're heavily reliant on going second. If you go first, you don't have a turn 1 play, especially with how fast the meta is right now. Going first against Black Wings, for example, is just a dead sentence. You're going to lose. So I was losing a lot. I was getting flashy wings using the concentrating current, of course, but it just wouldn't do it for me. And then I would brick a lot, not drawing into my monsters and things like that. So I settled for something that's a little bit more control based. We want to maintain our card advantage by using Hornet every turn. We're not necessarily going for the OTK immediately, although if we get our opponent low enough, we can definitely finish them off by attacking directly using the Hopper's effect. So for this skill, I settle for my monster cards. If you have 6 monsters with different names in your deck that are level 4 or lower, you're basically guaranteed to draw 1 in your starting hand, which is kind of what we're gonna do. So we have Hornet, Centipede, 1 Firefly, Hopper, Earwig, and Ladybug. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that is the 6th name level 4 lower monsters. So we're guaranteed to draw 1 of them. And then we have our back row protection. I went super heavy on the face down because of Black Wings, because of Fortune Ladies. I've just seen way too much of that, and both of these cards can disrupt Fortune Ladies and Black Wings. If you put a face down Black Wing, a lot of times their turn is pretty much over unless they still have an additional normal summon, because all the Black Wing monsters require another Black Wing monster on the field in order to special summon them, in order to special summon themselves. So Canada is super good. And then Turnabout. Turnabout is the spice card in this deck. If there's a face-up monster in the field whose current level is different from its original level, change all monsters on the field to face down defense position. So it's basically a Canada for the entire board, which is pretty crazy, and it's very easy to pull it off in Inzektors, because any of your Inzektors, unless they are equipped with Gigamantis or the Earwig, yeah, it's the Earwig, they're going to gain a level. So their level will be different from their original level, and then you can just activate the Turnabout. You don't lose card advantage, because even though your monster is going to go face down and you lose whatever is equipped to it, you can just equip that right back during your turn, and in the meantime you're stopping your opponent's turn entirely, whether it's the battle phase, whether it's their synchro plays. So Turnabout super good. And that's how I solved the going first problem. If I can set up a Canada or a Turnabout turn 1 along with a monster, then I'm set. I can probably survive and then get my searches off the following turn and try to maintain the card advantage. Other than that, the deck's pretty standard. You guys should know what Firefly, Gigamantis, and all these guys do. I added Armor Blast. Target 1 face-up Inzektor card you control and 2 face-up cards your opponent controls, destroy them. This card sounds really good in theory. In actual practice, it's okay. Your opponent has to have 2 face-up cards, otherwise you can't even activate this thing. So yeah, I started running 3 and then cut it down to 2. Finally, I just left it at 1, and I don't even think I ever used it. We kept 1 Sectaliber. The other spell, let me go ahead and show you this card. This card from the new box, Inzektor as Sectahawk. You might be wondering why this card is not in the deck, and that is because this card is pretty bad. When you read it, you think it's great. Equip only to an Inzektor monster. It gains 1000 attack. So far so good. When the equipped monster declares an attack, your opponent cannot activate spell on trap cards. Now that sounds like an Armades, right? That sounds like an Ancient Gear, but it's not. It's only in the attack declaration. So this plays around things like Wall of D. It plays around things like Dimensional Prison or whatever, but it won't play around Mirror Wall. It won't play around Canadia. It won't play around Enemy Controller. Anything that they can activate outside of the attack declaration, they can still use. So it's really not that good. I didn't even add it in the deck. The extra deck is just a bluff. But yeah, let's go ahead and show you some gameplay. I do want to apologize for how little content there's been from me this week. This week's been pretty crazy. It's just been rough. Yesterday I thought I was going to be able to record this deck, and I didn't have time to do that until after the mains had already started. So, you know, I pretty much lost a night there. But we should be back on schedule starting tomorrow. I'm going to be streaming the KC Cup tomorrow night. We're going to try to get the DLV Max. So that should be pretty fun. And then I got a couple other videos to work on. So here we're going first against Blackwings. It's good to go first when your opponent plays something like a field spell, or you know, something that's going to be on the board turn 1, because you can just use your Inzektor, get the search off, and you're set up for next turn. I also have Canadia, so unless he has the Hate Trunate, we're going to be able to stop their play. There's the Black Whirlwind. Already used his normal summon. Got an Orochi from the deck. That's all nice, but can you summon anything now that I have your monster face down? The answer is no. Centipede is going to act. The Hornet, I can destroy the monster with Hornet. Search a card with Centipede. My other Centipede can add the same Hornet back, destroy another card, add another card from my deck. So it's pretty crazy when you can pull off a double Centipede board with a Hornet. You just destroy, search, and yeah, pretty good. Alright, here we have a Taya. Something bit me. My arm is super itchy. Alright, my monster cards. This time we have Ladybug. Ladybug is really good because it's one of the few cards we can activate turn 1. We get to increase our monster's level, which is permanent, meaning we don't have to hold on to the Ladybug for our turnabout if we were to have the turnabout. So we also get the search. I went ahead and added another Centipede in case anything happens to the one on the field. And we're going up against Dark Lords. But they don't have a great hand, which we're going to take advantage of that. He attacks my Centipede, we get to add it back thanks to Sectalibur's effect. There's the Hornet, pop the monster. Search and Inzektor Hopper. Equip the Gigamantis, hit him for 16. Dark Lord Contact, summon the Nastin, Desire. Destroys my Centipede, but I have another Centipede. We're gonna add the Hornet, destroy the guy. We get to add a card. We actually couldn't finish him off right there because we had already equipped, and I only run one Gigamantis. So it's kind of a, you know, an early scoop on his side. But we had the card advantage. His life points were really low, so he wasn't going to be able to activate anything from the graveyard. So we'll take that win. And Fortune Lady is another deck that Turnabout is really good against, because all of their cards, you know, revolve around manipulating their level, whether it's through the skill or through a card effect. So they never really have their original level on the field. We're gonna use the Canadia here, save the Turnabout. Double Centipede, we don't have anything to equip, but again, I'm not worried. If I wanted to have the Turnabout live, I could have equipped one Centipede to the other, but I'd rather clear the entire board. And like I said, Fortune Ladies manipulate the level on their own, So we're gonna be able to activate Turnabout off of their cards. There we go. We'll finally pick up an Earwig, so we can equip something with a 2600 beater on the board. And yeah, just not a great, hand for my opponent, I guess. Even though we did have the turnabouts to pretty much control the duel to our favor. I don't remember any of these duels because some of them I played yesterday, some of them I played today in the KC Cup Stage 1. So my memory is a little foggy as far as what I got. But it looks like we denied this guy's rank up. Alright, my monster cards. So see, we're pretty much going first on all of these games, which is not even what you want as an Inzektor deck. But you know, opponent here is going all out. Econ take to hit me for 24. He's gonna get a Dragon Spirit of White. We're gonna go ahead and put him face down so he can't tag him out for a blue eyes. And now we can go off. Activate Centipede, equip the Hornet. Hornet activates, destroy the back row. Majesty of Eyes of Blue is actually gonna save him from losing the duel this turn, which is good for him, because now my Centipede cannot attack. We're gonna get another Centipede at the Hornet, destroy the Dragon Spirit of White at the Giga Mantis, and just equip that him for 24. But yeah, you can see multiple Centipedes. It's kind of broken with Hornet. You pop, search, and we get the dub. And I know I hyped up the turnabout a lot, and we haven't even seen it come to play. We could have seen it come to play in that Fortune Lady, but I wanted to save it and I ended up not using it. So this duel is going to show how good turnabout is. Alright, we're going second. We're both on the rank up, so this is a death match. Who will get to move forward? Who will be brought down? Alright, sets a card. We're gonna go for the Earwig. Equip the Hopper. I didn't know what this was. I didn't want to blindly attack into White Stone of Ancients and then lose my turnabout. So we're just gonna chill with this. The reason why I had to use the Earwig and equip the Hopper is because if I do it the other way around, I don't gain a level when this thing is equipped to a monster. So that's why you have to do it this way. Magical Merchant. This is a really interesting deck. Unfortunately, I couldn't take a peep at it because you can't look at KC Cup decks while you're dueling them, or you know, when you duel the people. So it's gonna add a poly. Polymerization. Buster Blader Dragon Destroyer. Activates Magical Ice Fusion. Look at this board. Look at his turn 1 board. Actually, that's turn 2 because he had a Merchant. What am I supposed to do against Dark Cavalry? I can't target it because he can negate. He has a Buster Blader. They're both Pierce. Well, we have Turnabout. Everybody go face down. Sectaliver at the Hopper back. Alright, Earwig. Equip the Giga Mantis. We're gonna get rid of that Dark Cavalry. Set a second Turnabout. Magical Merchant yet again. Kind of unlucky for us that he keeps having the Magical Merchant. Magical Ice Fusion again. This time he's going for Dark Paladin. And we're turnabouting again. Face down, everybody. Alright, we finally pick up a Centipede. We're gonna activate Hopper, and even though we don't actually want to attack directly, I'm just doing this so I can add the Hornet and destroy that Dark Paladin. Destroy the Merchant. We're gonna lose one of our monsters, but it didn't matter because keeping one on the board was a guaranteed Hornet. Now we can destroy it. We search Centipede. Equip the Hornet again, destroy the face down, attack directly, but he didn't want to take it, so he surrendered after that double turnabout. Really good card, man. Underrated card. It's crazy when it pops off. And yeah, I think it goes well in this deck. But like I said, they're just gonna struggle competitively. you know, they're a fun deck, but you're limited to the amount of back row you can run because you're constantly equipping monsters, so you have to have slots open. Your monsters can get Cosmic Cyclone, your back row can get Cosmic Cyclone. None of the monsters protect you from being destroyed by either battle or by card effect, so there's just too many ways for your opponent to out your board that I don't think Inzektors are gonna make the noise we were kind of hoping now that we have Hornet. But still a very fun deck. Definitely try it out if you can. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. As always, like, comment, and subscribe if you want. And until next time.